I saw you watching. Let's go, cook something. Let's go. So I just realized that I don't have a bread mold. And that kind of messes up what I was planning on doing today. So I'm gonna use a cupcake mold and see how it goes. It might not turn out as good, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
What is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gents? Welcome to another cooking disaster. I am your host with the most. If you know that intro, you know where this shit goes. Today we are making some beautiful pancakes. Originally I had planned to make some fluffy, soft white bread, but sadly I didn't have the mold to bake it in, and I ran out of yeast. So we're making the next best thing. If you're gonna see from the video, I have already added the pancake mix and some milk. Now we're just gonna add 2 eggs. Make sure to crack that shell nice and cracked. Now we're gonna whisk it all together. Gonna wanna mix this thoroughly. We really don't want clumps in this, but if you got a couple of clumps in there, it doesn't really matter. Usually when I make pancakes, it's almost like making tortillas for me. I kind of don't measure anything out. I always know that when I make pancakes, I add 2 eggs because I always make the same amount. But usually when you're making pancakes, you want to make the mixture look not too thick, not too thin, not too runny, but not too sticky. And here we're going to add about a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Remember to not add too much because the vanilla extract could potentially, give this mixture a bitter taste. Now we're gonna keep mixing this, make it look nice and fluffy. Now we're gonna add some raw oats, because we gotta get our fiber in. Now I'm gonna add something, one of my little secrets. We're gonna add a little bit of coconut oil to this. Now this coconut oil I bought in an Aldi's a long time ago, and it had been stored in the cabinet for a really long time. And one day I just kind of used it. I didn't put it in the pancake mixture, but I used it to cook down the pancake, and it just gives the pancake a completely different flavor. It's not sweet, it's low on calories, low on fat, and it just gives it a great flavor. It's a true game changer. Now, never try this at home, but I didn't have any other way to melt it, and I didn't want to put it in the microwave, so that's what we're gonna go with. Now we're just gonna mix that in nice and thoroughly. Gonna take a little coffee break. Lately I've been staying up pretty late editing videos, coming up with different cooking recipes and ideas that I wanna make. So coffee's pretty essential nowadays. Now we're just gonna throw a little bit more of this coconut oil onto this pan to cook these pancakes. Now you should probably definitely not do this, but I hadn't heated up the pan beforehand, so I came up with the stupid idea of just using this torch to see if I could cook the top layer of this pancake. But it's probably not safe and probably not a good idea to do this. I fucking burned myself. It's okay if you don't burn yourself while cooking. Are you really cooking? It's part of the experience, you know? Burning yourself, cutting yourself, hurting yourself. It's all part of the experience. Just to give you a little close-up, just to give you a general idea of when you should probably flip the pancake. Just take a look at the edges on this pancake. You see how they're starting to change texture? They're starting to change color a bit, starting to brown. Over here on this side, they look a bit more brown. That means that side is cooking faster. That's when you know you gotta flip the pancake. And the PANCPANADA was born. No, not again. I always fuck up when I try to flip it like that, but I always try again. Let's eat.
I made a whole bunch of pancakes. We got a PANCPANADA. How nice and fluffy that is. Oh my goodness. It's nice and moist on the inside too. It's really good. As I'm like biting through it, I'm trying to look for spots where it like didn't cook completely. Because once I like tossed it in the air, it folded when it fell down. Crazy, it folded perfectly in half. That's pretty crazy. But As I'm, like I said, as I'm biting through it, I'm looking for like places it didn't cook, and it cooked completely through. Delicious. I think the one good thing about that coconut oil is that it doesn't leave the food like oily. Like if you look at it from the outside, if you look at the pancake from the outside, the PANCPANADA from the outside, it doesn't look oily at all like regular pancakes do. When you cook them in like butter, or some people make them in oil. And it doesn't taste oily either. You definitely get like a coconut taste, but it's not like overly sweet, and it's not overpowering. It's really good. I tried to make a little animal. It's a cow. There was one that I made with chocolates. I don't know where. Oh, I found it. Ooh. It's still pretty hot. I like it when the pancakes are cooking. And you put like chocolate in it, they like burn a little bit. You know, like the outside, they become like very nice and crispy. You can still see the smoke coming off in this one. Yeah. Like when the chocolate, like right here. Look. See that? The chocolate got like nice and char. It's like slightly crispy. That's a good part right there. It's almost like when you're like making pupusas and the cheese like falls out of the tortilla, excuse me. And it like chars really nice. That's kind of what that makes me think about. Very good stuff. And you don't even need like syrup or like extra butter, or I can feel the oatmeal in this one when I squeeze it. Or lechera or anything to eat with these, because they're already, they just have so much flavor in them. The coconut, the raw oats, the vanilla extract. Sometimes I put like cinnamon powder in them. That gives them like a different explosion of like sweetness. It gives them a different like taste. But it mixes in really nice with the oatmeal, the coconut, and the vanilla. But I didn't put cinnamon in these, so. That's nice. Damn, that was strong.